He commands the evil side of the longest-running intergalactic alien robot civil war in known history. He's the poster child for the Cybertronian NRA. He's so tired of Optimus Prime coming back from the dead that some days it's hard to get out of bed in the morning. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and these are the 10 best Megatron figures. In an attempt to pare down the overwhelming number of Megatron figures out there, I've limited this list to A, officially licensed products, so Hasbro and Takara only, and B, I've given extra weight to figures that evoke the classic Megatron look of black and silver, and an alt mode that's a gun of some sort, even if that gun is a flying space tank. Number 10 is 2017 Transformers movie The Best, Megatron. As part of the 10-year anniversary of the Michael Bay Transformers movie franchise, Takara is revisiting some of the most popular molds for the core characters, including Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, Soundwave, and of course, Strafe. Each figure is getting slight retooling, new packaging, and most importantly, new paint jobs. For Megatron, that means a shiny silver and black redo of his 2009 Voyager release. It's a callback to the G1 styling and closer to screen accurate than the color scheme for the actual 2009 release of the figure. Assuming, of course, that you can actually tell any of the movie designs apart from each other in the first place. Number 9 is 1984 G1 Megatron. Having been there, I can tell you that G1 Megatron was used as a gun more than he was used as a robot. He's the best kid-sized Walther P-38 ever made. Megatron stood out in a sea of black plastic machine guns. You were making a statement walking onto the playground wielding this chromed killing machine tricked out with shoulder stock, sight, and silencer. But that robot mode, as is the case with nearly all of the G1 offerings, limits his ability to rank any higher. It was barely passable 30 years ago. Time does not heal all wounds. Number 8 is 2008 Transformers Animated Leader Class Megatron. Megatron has really struggled with alt modes over the years. As the US market moved away from guns as toys, Megatron had to find a way to stay relevant. Dinosaurs, tanks, trucks, and in this case, a helicopter. It's almost to the point where it doesn't even matter what alt mode he has, as long as he's silver and his name is Megatron, since he's been something other than a gun more often than he's been a gun. Transformers Animated Leader Class Megatron delivered both a quality alt mode and a quality robot mode. Highly posable with his signature arm cannon and twin rotors that change into swords, light sounds, and a mouth that moves as he plays actual audio from the show. Number 7, 2017 Titans Return Megatron. If I were Blitzwing, I would have filed a copyright complaint against Megatron years ago. Since he's been unable to be a traditional handgun, Megatron has been moving closer and closer to not only the triple change section of Transformers, but specifically to the robot jet tank subset previously owned by Blitzwing. This mold was clearly designed for Blitzwing, but got a slight retool and release ahead of the Blitzwing version. Hasbro knows they're going to move it as Blitzwing, why not double down and move a popular character like Megatron as well? His cannon is a little undersized, but for 3 strong modes and modern posability, one of the newest pieces is one of the best. Number 6 is 2011 Transformers Prime First Edition Megatron. Released in very short supply, creating a frenzy of hunting and price gouging, the first edition releases of all the Transformers figures featured more detailed designs and paint schemes than the subsequent releases. Further complicating matters, the only way to get first edition Megatron in the US market was in a 2-pack with Optimus and a DVD. I think that's actually a 3-pack. It wasn't the worst toy line rollout in history, but it's certainly a nominee. As a figure, it maintained the movie-style alien space jet alt mode, but was a welcome design break from the overly chaotic visual style of the movies. Number 5, 2010 Transformers United Megatron. He's a more G1 accurate 2010 Japanese release repaint of the more G1 accurate 2008 Japanese release repaint of the 2006 release that looked like a Nerf gun because guns aren't toys. Unless they're Nerf guns, then yeah, they're toys. They just can't look like guns. It's a great robot and gun mode with a minimum of colors applied to make it look as G1 as possible, demonstrating a lot of restraint at a time when the trend was to do the opposite. It was a return to a shinier silver metallic gun-based Megatron, which G1 fans had been asking for pretty much since the day Megatron turned into a green and purple tank. Number 4 is 2007 Revoltech Megatron. Transformers are a funny thing. The gimmick is that they are puzzles with at least 2 final forms to choose from. But most of the time you have to sacrifice the quality of one mode for the other. It's rare that a figure pulls off good versions of both. Further still, it's rare that a Megatron figure based on an actual gun mode ever stays in gun mode because there's nothing dynamic about a gun sitting on the shelf next to a bunch of cars and jets and robot dinosaurs. Revoltech discards the transformational nature of Megatron completely and delivers a fully articulated action figure based on Megatron's robot mode, allowing all of the focus to be put on articulation in service of posability and physical proportions that can just look cool without having to fit together in another mode. Number 3, 2010 Generation Cybertronian Megatron. Based on his appearance in the War for Cybertron video game, this Megatron figure hits all the notes for a Megatron, but puts a Cybertronian design twist on them. He's got pointy parts all over him like the Polygon store was going out of business. A highly posable robot mode with a giant fusion cannon on his arm and a space tank alt mode that can either sit on treads or go hover style, finished off in the classic gray, red, black deco. It's a new look, but feels like the same old Megatron. Number 2 is 2015 Combiner Wars Megatron. Combiner Wars Megatron is the best tank-based Megatron ever produced. It's so good it allowed me to finally accept that Megatron should be a tank instead of a handgun. Feels good to let go of that. He's a shiny metallic silver with red and black accents. He has actual working tank treads instead of tiny wheels and a turret that can rotate in tank mode, two things that are almost always sacrificed in service of a functional robot mode. Straight out of the box, he's in scale with Masterpiece Figures, and you won't have to sell any blood or skip any meals to afford him. His fusion cannon is lacking a bit in size, but there's a kit you can order off the internet to fix that. And at number 1 is 2017 MP36 Masterpiece Megatron. It took 2 attempts and nearly 40 years to get it right, but Takara finally delivered a cartoon-accurate Megatron in the Masterpiece scale that not only transforms into an amazing action figure, but also a slightly oversized Walther P-38 that will get you a visit from your local authorities if you start pointing it at kids on the playground like in the old days. It doesn't stop at 2 great modes. He also comes with 3 alternate faces, including one that matches an alternate chest plate to recreate the damage he received during the epic battle where he killed Optimus in the 1986 feature film. Laser sword, laser gun, articulated energy mace, a key, a helmet. He has articulated fingers and does all the things the G1 figure could do, but looks amazing doing them. This is the Megatron of all Megatrons, an amazing achievement in toy manufacturing, but with 2 minor issues. 1, a long and complicated transformation process that may be a bit much for casual Transformer fans like me. And 2, he's currently over $200 as there has yet to be a Hasbro release. After shipping, that's going to cost you potentially 1 Christmas and 2 birthdays worth of gifts. Think before you put him on the list. So many Megatrons, so many different alt modes. He's a bankable release for Hasbro every single year, more than once from now until the sun burns out, so this list probably won't stay settled for very long, and third-party manufacturers challenge Hasbro and Takara to keep improving just to hold on to the audience that they have nurtured since 1984. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. We genuinely appreciate it, and let us know in the comments what your ideal Megatron alt mode is. I've come to terms with tank mode, space tank mode, maybe even jet mode, but I'll never ever accept alligator mode. And T-Rex is okay, it's just weird. I don't have a problem with Grimlock as a Robo T-Rex, but I still can't accept a robot turning into an organic looking T-Rex. That's a me problem, I guess. Something I need to work on.
Okay. Cut.